Sway, he destined for greatness, bro.
Afternoon, everyone. I hope you are chasing your dreams and living your best life. Life is too short to waste any more time. Before I introduce my guest speaker today, I would like to take a moment to recognize someone in the Breaking the Silence podcast spotlight. Every appearance, I will recognize someone to gain awareness to their business with the hopes of building their business or gain revenue for their product. Today, I am recognizing someone dear to my heart, my son, Nicholas Myers. He decided to follow in his mother's footsteps and publish a book. It's called From Brown to Paper. It's a collection of poetry. You can purchase it directly from him by contacting him on Facebook as Nick Myers, my website, www.nickythepage.store, on Amazon and Barnes & Nobles. Thank you in advance for supporting his journey as an author. So, I know you're interested if you're interested in being in the spotlight, please contact me via email, unleashyourinnervoice@gmail.com. So, I know you're waiting to see who my guest today is. So, I will not hold you long. My guest speaker today is none other than someone I've been knowing since kids. Her name is Alyssia Page-Glenn. She's a native of Nichols, South Carolina. She's married to an amazingly supportive husband with 5 wonderful bonus children and 3 precious grandchildren. Alyssia I know her as Danielle, is a children's book author and former social worker with experience in foster care, family preservation, and adoptions. She published Duck Finds His Forever Home and was selected to be in the Richland County Library Systems. She also has a book club called Lily's Book Club. She loves children, working with them and helping those special children find their forever homes with their forever family. She has served as Miss North Carolina Plus World 2021. Her platform was to bring awareness to foster care and adoption services. During her reign, she has founded a nonprofit organization, FAM, Foster and Adoption Mission, the caring closet that helps provide basic necessities to children in care, as well as serving families in the community with similar circumstances. Through the organization, she donates her time through community service and fundraising. She has served as Miss Omega and Miss Purple and Gold during her college years. She is a woman's advocate, Amazon influencer, and ambassador, and an amazing example of greatness. Her life motto is to treat everyone the way you want to be treated. That's the golden rule. I am beyond excited to converse with this amazing soul. So please help me welcome Miss Alyssia Page-Glenn to the stage today. It is a pleasure to have you on the Breaking the Silence podcast today. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So tell me a little bit about your organization. FAM, foster adoption and mission, the caring cause.
I founded Foster Adoption Mission, the Caring Closet, during my reign as Miss North Carolina Plus World. It was to bring awareness to children that's in the foster care and adoption system. We basically provide the necessities for children in care. My main my main item that I present to these different organizations are duffel bags, because a lot of children that come into care come in to care with nothing, or they have to bring what they do have in trash bags or paper bags and things of like that. So I that was my main goal, is to make sure they have something to be able to transport their things in. And also within the duffel bags, I make sure we put in blankets. We do security animals, like stuffed animals for them. Depending on the child, we put in journals for them to write in, and their necessities like hygiene products, socks, deodorant. Depending on the organization, if they have a requested item, sometimes we do clothing. And not only for them, I also gather clothing items for people in the community, because it's not just the children in foster care. Um, there's people outside of foster care in the communities that need help as well. So that's what our mission statement is about. That's what our organization is about, is to serve and to give back and just to help people that's in need.
That is awesome. I mean, was this something that you were thinking about as a child that you wanted to do, or is this something that you decided to do once you started working in the field?
Yeah, it was something that came about once I started working in the field. Because people normally think DSS is just taking the children or food stamps. That's not what it's about, and you don't know that unless you're in it. So once I started working in, I saw that we help. DSS is a great resource to help families outside of food stamps. They help with jobs or help finding housing and things like that. So once I got to working in DSS, it became a passion of mine to help children um, that was in need. So it definitely stemmed from my experiences working there.
That's awesome because you're right. People normally think that DSS, is just to take the kids from unfit people, but they also it's a good thing to know that they also help. You
Right.
know,
And so I do want to clarify, the caseworkers don't take the children. It's up to the police officer if the kids want to be removed.
wow. I see. I didn't know that. I thought that the caseworker was the one that kind of like put it in motion.
No. Mm-mm.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So tell me about your experience as Miss North Carolina Plus World in 2021 and what it's all about for the people that don't know what it is, like me.
Um, Miss Plus World was a plus size pageant system that I joined. I actually found it on Facebook because we was going through COVID, and I wanted something to keep my mind elevated, to keep me active, because that was a hard time going through that pandemic. So I found the pageant system on Facebook. I entered. My experience with it was I had a good experience. I was able to found my organization. I met wonderful people with similar passions, or just people who wanted to help others. Um, During the rain, it's not all glitz and glams like everybody think. I love the glitz and glam part, but it's not. It's a lot of service, and that's my main goal in life. My passion is just to be a servant. So that's what really spoke to me within the pageant system with Miss Plus World. I got to go national, to compete national with the system, and it just helps you get to know yourself better, help you evaluate your purpose in life. So that's what I got out of the experience. I also met wonderful people who I am friends with till this day. Although I haven't done another pageant since, but I am looking into another pageant system to get into. And that's just the experience that I had. It was to help me elevate and to succeed and proceed with my purpose and passion.
But see, people look when I look at pageants, I look at pageants as something you have like a hard schedule. You have to maintain a certain weight. You have to maintain a certain look. Was that what you had to do when you were in these pageants? Like, was it that hard?
Um, no, because it was a plus size pageant, so I'm a plus size girl, so that wasn't the hard part. And people do think, oh, pageants you got to be a size two, but oh, no, with this one it was a plus size pageant system. You was able to be comfortable in your own skin. Now as far as rules, there were rules and regulations. There was things that you could not do. You had to have a certain presence on and off camera because everybody's watching. There are those type of things that come into play. But besides being a certain look, not with this particular system, and that was the great thing about it.
Well, I think that's awesome because you have a lot of plus size women in the world that would love to compete in that kind of stuff. And I didn't even know that existed until I knew that you were in the pageant. And I mean that builds their self-confidence as well. Um, with being in something like that. So that had to be a great honor to be in that
It
part
was
of it.
amazing. Because like I said, a lot of plus that on the state level, my platform was to help build women's confidence. Um, so that was another good thing about that pageant because it was plus size, and a lot of plus size women
Mhm.
don't have that confidence to be able to
Mhm.
present to the world and things like that. So I wanted to make sure that's what I got across as well, and
Absolutely.
it was amazing. I enjoyed it.
That's wonderful, wonderful. It's crazy how you say that. You have to maintain a certain image, but in life in general, no matter what you're doing, you have to maintain an image. So that should have came natural anyway.
Right, right.
So tell me a little bit about your children's book and what's the name of it and where can we find it?
The name of my book is Duck Finds His Forever Home, and you can find it on Amazon.com or BarnesandNobles.com. It also has a coloring book that comes along with it, and I also have stuffed animals, a stuffed duck animal that you can adopt for your child to come along with the book. That's not on Amazon. On Amazon, you can reach out to me personally to adopt the duck, but the book and the coloring book is online at Amazon and Barnes and Noble. Um, it's just about a duck, and I use animals just to keep children involved and focused because kids love color. So that's why I use animals instead of an actual kid for the character. And it's just about him trying to find his forever family. And that's what a lot of children in the system are going through. Just want to have that forever home, that forever love, and a family they can call their own. And yeah, that's and it stemmed from again my passion with working with children when I was in adoption and foster care. And it just came upon me. It was just like I wanted to spread awareness, but how can I spread it more? And it just dawned on me, hey, a book, I could do that. So that's where it came from. So I said I'm gonna do this book. I published it and illustrated it myself. And it stemmed from my passion in working with adoption kids.
Wow, you published it and illustrated. I'm trying to work on a children's book, and I'm like, man, I can't find an illustrator. Now I have one sitting right in front of me. Okay, so are you gonna publish another children's book in the future?
Yeah, I actually already wrote. I have a series that I already wrote. It's just the illustration part. That's the hardest part about it. But I plan on getting that out sometime this year. I don't have a date yet, but I already have you. Are you familiar with like Madeline, those series, Adeline, all those?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be something like that. So I already have
Okay.
written. It's just about getting the illustration done and just putting it out there.
Awesome. Awesome. Congrats in advance.
Yeah.
So what I should have asked you this before. What motivated you to participate in those pageants? And do you plan to participate again in the future?
I do. I do plan on participating again in the future. As a child, I did pageants. Also, I did pageant in college, and it's just something that I see my mom do all the time. She still does pageants all the time, so it was just something that I love to do. I like dressing up, getting glammed up, and just putting on dresses and gowns and just having a purpose. I guess that's what it was from. But yeah, I do plan on finding another pageant system to compete in, and hopefully I'll be able to have my own pageant system.
I was just about to ask that. Would you eventually in the future try to do your own, pageant and invite plus size women? I mean, with you being a women's advocate, that would help other women to have confidence.
I I do, and I have a close friend of mine. Her name is Clarissa Johnson. She competed in the same system that I competed in, and she has her own as well. And I help with judging. I help her with just trying to keep it to just help her in the background. And she's amazing for allowing me to get that experience, so that when I do decide to, I will have that experience to have my own pageant and just walk these girls through life. Try to help them out. And I'm in the background. I do still work a little bit with pageants, but I'm not participating.
Right, right. So tell us a little bit about your book club. Do you still currently have Lily's book club?
I do still have Lily's book club. It's just a book club that's curated during the summer, just to help children stay elevated, just to keep their minds going. You have a lot of kids now who just don't pick up a book, or maybe they don't have a book, and sometimes it's easier for them to be online. So it's just something to help parents keep their children's minds elevated during the summertime, not always on the iPad playing Roblox and things like that. So that's where that came from, also with me being an author. So I wanted to just keep that going. It's just something during the summer months.
Okay, that's awesome. You should, remember back in the day when we were kids, they had the book it.
Yes.
You should probably incorporate something like that where you can give them, certain things in order to read a certain amount of books, and that will probably get them to participate more. People say people don't read anymore, but people do read. You just have to find the right audience to, advertise to. I mean, it can be hard as an author trying to get your books out there because people say, "Oh, I don't read. I don't like to read." But maybe you can do something like that to kind of like get to where you want to go.
That's a good idea. Thank you for that. That's a good idea. I also have a journal out there too that's contributed to African American women. It's called Focus on Your Goals. It's a journal that help you focus on your goals, from timelines, writing out where you want to start so you can end up where you want to be. So that's also Amazon as well.
Wow, I might need to get that because I need some better time management and write those. Once you write your goals down, it's written. It's gonna
Right?
happen. It's gonna happen. So I mean, that's a great idea. So you said it's on Amazon?
Yes.
Okay, what's the name of it on Amazon? Is
Focus on
this
focus on your goals, not your fears.
man? I think you're speaking to me because the fear is there, definitely.
Yep.
How do you balance life as a mother, author, Amazon influencer ambassador, women's advocate, business owner, and wife, and the list goes on and on?
I mean, it's just about time management and priority. You got to know what comes first. So, me, I'm an organizer. I'm a planner. So I prioritize, and that's just how you have to put what goes first. And for me, it's always going to be family first. And then it's whatever comes afterwards.
Awesome, awesome. For me, I have to write it down. I have to put it in my computer, my iPad, I have to have it everywhere in order to balance. I mean, with my grandson being around now, my nieces and nephews working, podcasts is just so much, to try to balance that time. So I don't know how you do it.
It's all about prioritizing God first, because He definitely is in the mix. You got to keep Him in the mix in order to stay sane, to able to balance. My husband is a great help. So whatever I need, he's there, right there beside me. So it's a balance. I have that balance. And like I said, it's all about prioritizing.
Awesome, awesome. So do you have any questions for me?
Well, so how are you enjoying the podcast so far?
I'm so excited. I feel like I'm living in my purpose finally. I was always quiet, kind of shy, but it's good to try to, what as I say, my motto is unleash my inner voice, because it's been there all these years, but I just didn't know what my purpose was until now. So I'm beyond excited about this opportunity to talk to people, different people. A lot of people that I don't know is already booked to
Wow.
talk to me. So I'm excited about meeting new people, spreading the word about their businesses, their product, and it's gonna be different because I'm gonna be doing interviews, I'm gonna be doing debates. I'm gonna
Okay.
be doing spoken word night where people can come up there, where it's open mic night, where people can like do their talent, sing, they can rap, they can do spoken word, and then I'm gonna do a battle. They can go back and forth, and then we can vote who won. So people say, somebody asks me, they ask me that all the time. What is the purpose of your podcast? What is your scope? And off the top of my head, I'm like, my vision is to help, support, and get awareness for people in general,
Right.
because people don't support people like they should. People are so busy trying to bring people down rather than to see their success. So this is just my platform where I can help people. It might be people out there that you're helping now by going to do these plus size. There's a lot of plus size women out there that want confidence. Now they know a way that can gain confidence. So it's ways that people can get information by just tuning in.
Right.
So
And I
yeah.
awesome that you're doing this, especially with you're doing it on a local platform to get people exposed, and like you said, businesses out there. It's great exposure, and it give people like me opportunity to spread awareness about anything that we're doing. I think it's amazing that you're doing this. I'm happy you asked me to be a part. I am. I'm so happy that you asked me to be a part. And I
I was excited. I was like, oh, she accepted. She accepted. And then crazy part about it, in the same moment that I asked you, I asked your cousin and did not know that was your cousin,
which cousin?
Jessica.
Yeah, first
I
cousin.
did not know that was Junior's daughter.
Mhm. Yeah.
And she accepted. She's gonna be on in April.
Okay.
I reached out to Jade, but Jade hasn't said anything back to me yet. But I did not know Jessica was your cousin until after the fact. And I was like, wow, this is
Yeah,
gonna be awesome.
she's doing amazing, amazing, amazing with her music. So
Yes.
uh, I um I pray God blesses you and your platform because this is amazing what you're doing for us.
Thank you. Thank you so much, so much. Because people don't tend to support, they watch and they sit in the back and they're looking and they're like, oh, let's see where she's gonna go. You would be surprised at how many people I've reached out to try to be on the podcast
Mhm.
and just not responded.
Well, you should let that fuel you. I had to learn that. Let it fuel you because once they see you going up, they're gonna want to be a part. And
Exactly.
but
Exactly.
they already was a part by helping you fueling your fire.
Exactly, exactly. But I like you said, I take it as constructive feedback that they're not giving, and I'm just gonna use it as fuel and keep right on going. Because I mean, it's what people fail to realize: a podcast doesn't always have to be about money. Because whenever you're doing it, trying to support people, the blessing's gonna flow in anyway.
Mhm.
Because like my mom, the first year I was an author, my mom was like, "Well, why aren't you concerned about selling books?" Because I just want to, the purpose of writing a book is for them to read it.
Right.
So I'm going to give this book away. I mean, by giving a book away, I've gotten it in libraries. Um, I've got it in high schools. It's in a museum. Like it's in places, a women's shelter. So it's like I gave away so many copies that first year, but in the second year, I started selling copies.
Right.
You gotta wait sometime, be patient. I mean, the money will come later.
Hmm.
So, but I really, really appreciate you being on here today. It will hopefully air on launch day.
Oh, good. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it.
So I'm gonna put your website back up for everybody to see. Y'all go and view her website and see what's going on her website so you can find a way to help someone. Also, reach out to her to adopt a duck. And gotta get that book. I gotta get that book too. Um, get to the book for your children so you can get them back into reading.
Right. Mhm. Reading is fun.
Oh,
Helps
it
stay.
is. It is. It's powerful. And the more you know, the more you can excel in life. And people that just don't read anymore. Well, I
Knowledge,
can't say that. I can't say they don't read. They read, but just not as much as they used to.
and it's something about a hard book. Like you can read on Kindle, but it's just something about holding a book that keeps you focused and in tune with it. So, um, I'm
It is a different experience to have it in your hand. I agree. I can't sit. I can't sit on Kindle and I'm going to sleep. I can't do that. I can't. I can't read a book that way.
online shopping or something or on Facebook. So yeah, it don't keep me focused to read on Kindle.
No, I got to be able to sit down in a quiet environment and read and relax and listen to some music. I can't. I can't go on Kindle. But shockingly, people say that they'll rather have an audiobook
Oh
than
no.
to have a hard book. Like that's unreal to me.
Yeah, that's I can't no, I can't have nobody. I can't listen to it. I need to be able to hold it, read it, and just imagine what's going on. I love to read.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, gonna wrap it up. And like I said, I really appreciate you. I cannot express in a million words how grateful I am to have you on my podcast today.
Thank you. And same to you. Thank you.
Thank you. So, everybody, thank you for tuning in to hear this amazing story and about this amazing woman today. And I hope that you will tune in the next time and remember to chase your dreams. I have a wonderful, wonderful day.